Oh my god, I almost forgot to unmute. Ha! Hi, everybody! Hi. Hello. We exploded and then I forgot to unmute. Hi, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon. Let me get the music playing. Hi. Hello. Near. Far. Where? I'm sorry, I will stop singing. Hello, hi everybody, good evening, good afternoon. I'm in a great mood. I'm having a great time. I'm a little bit late. I'm an hour late. I was gonna stream at 3, but, we went out, and I was busy. I was a busy bee today. So we're a little late today, but that's okay. Hi. We've made it. We're here. We're queer. I have a shit ton of snacks. I'm excited. I tried peach-flavored Pocky today. Not that good. I'm gonna be real. Peach-flavored Pocky, not that good. Has a weird, like, candy peach flavor that, like, I don't know if I like. It's like chocolate peach. And it's not that good. But also, I found I got some shiny rocks and a Lego set as a gift from a friend. Oh, I love shiny rocks and I love Legos. One day I want to go to Legoland. I think it's in Denmark. Is it in Sweden or Denmark? God damn it! Oh no, I don't remember where Legoland is. There's one in California too. I only know about the one in Sweden. No, Denmark. That's where it is. Legoland in Denmark. That's the only one I knew about. I didn't know there were other ones. Damn. Okay, anyways. Fuck me. Anyways, I got like a bunch of stuff. I got these. There's a candy store in our mall that sells a lot of like foreign candies and drinks and other stuff and like cool snacks. And one of them is they have Korean cream sodas. And they had a melon flavor and they had a banana flavor. The banana flavor was phenomenal. It was mind-blowing, mind-boggling how good it was. I was over the moon. It was so good. I want to go back for them now. I really want to go back because they were so tasty. But I got a melon one. I got a peach one I haven't tried yet. I'm really excited to try the peach one. I got some gummies, I got some candy, I got some Pokemon, a little like jam-filled cookies. Those looked really good, so I got those too. I was busy today. The entire reason we went there is because all I needed was to get new tights. And we ended up going on an excursion for like a few hours, and that was really fun. Oh. But now we're here! I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I might do Minecraft after we're done, just seeing how like my mood is afterwards, how my energy, how the vibes are going. But currently, I had an urge, and I felt like I want to explore that urge. I want to be a little dumbass about this urge, because okay, when it comes to One Piece, I feel like there is a huge divide in like manga versus anime opinions about a arc. Specifically, some of the arcs that the anime kind of fucked up on. And unfortunately, some of those are my favorite arcs, and I have to live with the fact that my favorite arcs get shit on all the time because specifically they were really bad in the anime. Which makes me sad because I really like them. I really like them, but they're shat on. They're shat on all the time. I can't do it. I hate them. I hate it here. And it's okay. I have to live with that fact. But I'm gonna do it today. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let me, okay. I just gotta do this real quick. 1 second. There we go. Ginger Rosa from the limited stuff I've seen. Yeah, that's the number one I'm talking about. It's like everyone hates Dressrosa, and it is my favorite arc. But we'll get there. I'm gonna try to do this in chronological order. I found something that I think has all of the arcs up until Egghead, because Elbaf isn't finished right now, so I feel like it's not fair to rank Elbaf until it's finished. I want to let the arc finish before I rank it. So I'm going to like wait for Elbaf to be finished, because right now everything is happening. Holy shit. I won't spoil it because I don't know if anybody else is caught up on the manga like I am, but I'm caught up on the manga and I'm having a great time. And by a great time, I mean I am very concerned for everything and everyone involved. I'm so scared. And I'm here. We're queer. Let's do this. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, cracks knuckles. Oh, that was loud. We're gonna get into this and like, listen, I will happily hear you guys out on arcs, because I know I'm going to shit on some arcs that are some people's favorites. Unfortunately, I'm a hater. Because I know there is like a few arcs where people talk about, what do you mean? It was amazing. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. I hated it. But I also know, once again, everybody shits on Dressrosa. I'm going to do this from the perspective of a manga reader, which means I don't give a shit about what you think about the pacing of the anime. We're not here to talk about the pacing of the anime. We're here to talk about One Piece itself. Please and thank you. Okay. Further ado. Dun 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 da da da. Da 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 da. Here we are. We have the whole thing, every single one. All the arcs. And we're going to rank them all. I have the favorite is like top tier. It beats even S tier. A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier for like ones that I hated. But I don't want to say hated because like, listen, they probably had some redeeming qualities, but D tier. It's gonna go up and down from there. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. I was asked a question. Anyways, it starts all the way from the beginning. Oh god. I started rewatching a few of my favorite like episodes and rereading some of my favorite arcs, and it's been a great time. It is a lot of arcs. It's a lot. And like this, once again, this is manga. This does not have any of the anime filler arcs, because there are a lot of those. And I don't remember any of them, because the only filler arc I the only filler arc I watched was G8. Which would be right here. It's in between Skypiea and Lungring Lungland. That is the only one I've read. Jesus Christ, my brain is not here today. Is the only one I watched. All the other arcs I didn't really give a shit about if they were filler, so like I never really watched them. And that's okay. I was a manga kid, not an anime kid. Let's get into this. We're starting out strong with Romance Dawn. This is the beginning of the beginnings. This is when Luffy versus Alvida happened. This is the trio, my favorite trio, my little creatures, first met eyes with each other. This is when Luffy got Zoro, and they proceeded to beat the shit out of Helmeppo get Kobe recruited into the Marines, and then also fight Axe Hand Morgan. Like, all that's what happened during this. And you know what? I think in terms of, like, beginnings of mangas, it has to be up there for me. Like, as a little kid, especially, I don't think another manga really has caught my attention the way that One Piece immediately did with the first arc. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but, like, I could happily put it in, like, S tier. It was good. It was nice. It was fun. It established the vibes that we were going for, and it established my favorite trio, which is the Romance Dawn trio. They're so sweet. I love them so dearly. Orange Town, on the other hand. I'm gonna get shit for this. I thought Buggy was the most annoying fuckface in the entire world. Holy shit. I've grown. I love him now. He's a baby girl. I get it. But, like, I don't... In Orange Town, he just annoyed the shit out of me. I was just annoyed. I was like, I don't like this dude. This dude hated Shanks. He ripped up Luffy's treasured hat. I'm killing him on sight. You know? Listen, we all grew from that, but I gotta put it in A tier. Only. It was good. He was a good boy. And I loved the dynamics. I love Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo? Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo? Choo-Choo. I don't remember how his name is spelled. This dog. Let me show you the dog. Which they left out of the live action, which I get. The subplot with Choo-Choo and his owner dying and him waiting in front of his... that was kind of the intention with him, was to be annoying. And, like, waiting for his owner to come back in front of the pet store that they owned together. Like, it was cute. It was precious. But also, unfortunately, it got left out of the live action. And I understand. All we got was a little part of the puppy. We saw the dog a little bit and knew it by its name. But, like, we didn't get the subplot, and I get why. But I would have loved to have Choo-Choo. But it's an A. It's an A. It's an A. It's okay. The vibes were a little bit rancid with Buggy. I wonder, back in the day, if Buggy was going to be as big as he is now. Or, like, the moment that Oda went, yeah, I'm going to make him a problem for the rest of the story. When did that click for him? I would love to know. I need to sit down with Oda and ask, when did you decide Buggy was going to become the king of the pirates? Because we all know it's going to happen. I just know it. He's going to fail upwards into that position. Just you watch. Syrup Village. Controversial. Kuro, insanely enough, pissed me off more than Buggy did. Like, I thought Buggy was annoying. Kuro just straight up pissed me off. Especially the way he would talk down to Usopp and Kaya. I hated him. I hated him with such a passion, especially as somebody who was chronically ill, and the way he talked to Kaya and, like, said that, like, she's so sick she can't make her own decisions, basically, pissed me off to no end, which is kind of the point. He's a villain. He's a shitty person who thinks he's better than everyone and smarter than everyone. And I wanted to kill him for it, and you know what? I was happy with that. Overall, though, like, this arc kind of bored me. I don't know how else to say it. Honestly, I preferred the live action version of this arc. Syrup Village in the live action was my preference. that fucking horror in, like, hiding in the house, sneaking around while he's, like, just walking through the hallway, tracing his massive fucking claws across the walls. Yeah, the hand thing. I remember when I was younger, I used to try to, fix my glasses the same way he did because I was a fucking nerd. I was a nerd, I was cringe, but you know, we all lived. We all survived, and it's okay. But, like, I just preferred the live-action version of this, and the manga, he pissed me off so much. I didn't care about the rest of the arc. I just wanted to see him dead already. And then he didn't die. He's not dead in the manga. I need you guys to understand that. Pisses me the fuck off. Sometimes I wish Luffy would kill a bitch. Like, I get why he doesn't. He prefers crushing their dreams thoroughly to actually killing a character. But, like, please, Luffy, you could have made an exception and killed Kuro. Just for me. Blinking eyes cutely. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Anyways. The Baratier. Oh god, I love the Baratier. You know what, actually, Orange Town, I'm gonna put in B. Because I think out of all of these, I would put Baratier above Orange Town, but I wouldn't put it in the same category as Romance Dawn for me. Baratier is, like, that arc that I honestly, like, I really liked. I got kind of annoyed with the fight with Don Krieg. Like, I didn't care for that. This is, okay, I should preface that I am somebody that doesn't like action. I don't watch hero movies. I don't read action and mangas. I don't watch action animes. Just not my thing. One Piece is a huge exception to me liking action. So most of the time, if it's an action-packed scene, I'm not gonna give a shit. And honestly, the entire fight with Don Krieg was just boring to me. It's so mean to say. I was bored. I loved the fight with Mihawk and Zoro, though. I loved Zoro's promise to Luffy. That shit slaps. I'm also a sucker for, like, found family. And I'm a sucker for, like, taking in this little shit of a brat and just, like, deciding, no, I'm going to make sure with every fiber of my being that he survives this whole entire torturous ordeal. Which, Zeph and Sanji, chef's kiss, beautiful. And cannibalism. They get a cannibalism bonus. The Baratier arc gets a cannibalism bonus. And I think that's all you need to know about who I am. Great. Okay. Arlong Park. Now, Arlong Park is a arc I would put in the same category as Romance Dawn. That is an arc that genuinely made me cry. I was a little piss baby when I first read it. I own the mangas for this. Arlong is a great arc. It is. It's so good. It's so good. I adore it. It's so good. I love meeting, like, Bellamere and her sacrifice for her daughters, and just, like, Nami's backstory in general. I'm just like, I'm going to fucking sob. And the fact that, like, even 2 entire years later, we're getting more information that kind of makes Arlong Park arc even worse. Crazy to me. Because, like, when Jinbei reveals that the reason that Arlong was in the East Blue is because he got him out of prison, insane. That hurt. I loved that. Like, finding out more facts about Arlong Park even this long later, great time. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. Mwah. 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 Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Good shit. Okay. We're moving on. I don't know if this will be controversial. But I am being so genuine and dead serious when I say Logtown was like my first arc that I absolutely fell in love with. The one that like I adored in the early days of the manga. It's one of the first arcs that I was like, I liked all the characters, I like what's going on, I love the like little plot. It's such a smaller arc compared to some of these arcs, but it was so fun, so silly. So much happened that later on had like snowball effects and like just after effects that are still happening in the series that I absolutely adore. This is the first time we meet Dragon, and then later on find out that's Luffy's fucking dad. Holy shit. That was crazy. This is also like where, like, we don't find out about this until later, but crazy to think that this was the moment that like Bartolomeo fell in love with the Straw Hats and fell in love with Luffy. Like, that's crazy to me. And I think about that and I'm just like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. It's amazing to see how somebody's entire life trajectory changed from meeting one man in a town 2 years ago. You know? Crazy to me. We're not going to talk about what's happening with Barto in canon right now because I will cry. But, like, that was crazy. Logtown is so nice. We get to meet Smoker and Tashigi, two of my favorite Marines. I will stand by that. I love Tashigi especially. I will kill the fandom for Tashigi. They can stay the fuck away from my baby girl. And also the fact that like every single time that like Tashigi is in cover art, it is being flirted with by a woman. It's hilarious to me. That she's a lesbian magnet and we love that for her. But I love Tashigi. Smoker too. Hot man. Hot man. God, he's also really hot in the live action. God, I love so many characters we meet here. So great. So good. So good. So good. So good. Okay. Reverse Mountain. I think I had to put here. I liked meeting Crocus. That was really cool, especially with like the knowledge we have now. Really fun. Really cool. But Luffy pissed me the fuck off in this. We're going specifically manga, right? Manga reading. Luffy? Fucking beating up Laboon with the ship's mast? Are you kidding? I'm gonna kill him. I wanted to kill him. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't punch the whale. Don't fucking throw the mast at the whale. Are you kidding me? Calm down. I loved the fact that they didn't do that in the live action. So happy that wasn't in the live action because that pissed me off. That annoyed me. I was annoyed. 0 out of 10. But like, I still liked meeting Crocus. I loved meeting Laboon. And like the fact that we now know who the pirate crew Laboon was waiting for all those years ago. So good. Made me tear up. I was emotional. I was a little crying, blubbering baby. Little baby bitch boy. You know, the vibes. It was a time. It was a time. I was having a time. Great time. Whiskey Peak, though. I'm so tempted to put it in D. No, C. I think C for Whiskey Peak. I just couldn't get behind it. I don't know how to explain. It was stupid to me. The fight with Luffy and Zoro, stupid. So stupid, in fact, that they just completely left it out of the live action. Which, honestly, keep it that way. I hated that. I hated that fight. I thought it was stupid and convoluted. I'm sorry. You go down to an island and they're so aggressively welcoming to pirates, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm staying on the boat. If we got there, I'm staying on the boat. If I was part of the Straw Hats, I'm staying on the boat. I was not stepping foot on that island. You guys can. Have fun. I will stay on the boat. Where I belong. It was where we, like, first got, like, Vivi and not Miss Wednesday from, like, Reverse Mountain. And, like, I do love Vivi, even if she pisses me off sometimes a little bit. Because what do you fucking mean you keep slipping up with information you either need to tell us or don't want to tell us? Holy shit. I love her. I love her and her clumsy way of speaking, which I feel like she's kind of grown out of. Now that we've gone back and met her when she's 18, she's kind of grown out of, like, accidentally, like, letting shit slip through the cracks. She's really, like, cracked down on that, which I really love. I hope Vivi comes back to the Straw Hats. I hope for it so much. Please. Please and thank you. Anyways, Little Garten. So character development? Yeah! She got some, like, development finally, now that she's, like, 18. It feels like, from the little that we saw, she's more careful about saying things. Letting information slip, but also, like, forgetting that to, like, give information, because, like, she was constantly being like, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I forgot. And I was like, I'm gonna cry. Oh, it stressed me out. She stressed me out. Little Garden. Little Garden. I'm sorry, I'm biased. I really love Little Garden. I like it a lot. Miss Golden Week's, her power? Crazy. I need you guys to also understand. That's not a devil fruit. Miss Golden Week does not have a devil fruit, which is crazy to me. She just has these psychedelic paints that can, like, manipulate people's mentality and moods, which is crazy to me. That's so cool. Mr. 3 is really cool. This is where, like, Mr. Prince is introduced, and sorry, the whole sequence of Sanji being on the phone with Crocodile, probably one of my favorites because I think it's really fun. I just smacked my mic. I'm so sorry. I'm like animated, like, up front, like, close to my screen right now. I am, like, talking directly into my mic. I'm going crazy. It's just a fun arc for me. I also, if I'm remembering correctly, they leave this out of the live action. But one of my favorite things from the manga, and I think it's in the anime as well, is Luffy guesses which mannequin wax statue is Mr. 3 first try. And when he says how, he just says instinct. He's just like, it was just a feeling. And then got him first try. That was hilarious. I'm sorry. And I think this is peak Goofy Zoro of being like, well, if I'm going to be turned into wax, I want to be a cool statue. Also, he tried to fucking cut his legs off. Are you kidding me? He still has scars on his ankles. You can see him when he's barefoot, still in canon. From when he fucking tried to saw his own legs off to get out of this wax. And then when that didn't work, he's just like, all right, I gotta pose. The dumbass. This idiot. I love him. Like, that was funny. This arc cracked me up. I loved it so much. Okay, Drum Island. Drum Island. Drum Island. Let me take a sip real quick. Drum Island is a really beautiful arc, and I love Chopper's backstory. I did get very emotional with Chopper's backstory. Dr. Hiriluk and Kureha are great. I love them. I love Chopper. It does lose points because it has Wapol, who's like one of my least favorite antagonists. He's just an idiot. And I hate the fact that he's relevant to this day. Do you know how annoying that is? Do you know how fucking upsetting that is? Of the character that, like, one of the characters that annoy you the most in the entire world because you just think he's fucking useless. And he is still relevant to the plot. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here. It is going in A tier. It would be an S tier if Walpole didn't exist. But intentionally Walpole does, so it's going in A tier. But it is so infuriating having, like, an early One Piece villain that you really just did not care for. He was annoying. I was glad to see him gone. And then he became relevant again for seeing something that he shouldn't have. And you're just like, well, we're stuck with him because he got Vivi out of the fucking reverie, I guess. Oh my god. Frustrates the crap out of me, but you know what? It's okay. I gotta just live with that fact. I just gotta live with the fact that Walpole is relevant to the story to this day. Why? I don't know. Maybe because Oda hates me. That's okay. I hope and pray every day that I don't have to put up with him. You know what's a villain I absolutely love and adore, though? Fucking Sir Crocodile. Sir Crocodile. Amazing. He's great. He, logistically, as a villain, did everything correctly. He built power slowly. He got in the good graces of the citizens. Not the royalty, but the citizens liked him, which people kind of forget about. Like, Sir Crocodile was seen as a good person to the people in Rain Base. He was seen as a good guy, as an upstanding guy. He did that correctly. He worked slowly on his scheme, built distrust amongst the citizens with the royalty, framed them, got them all this stuff. He did it all correctly. It was the perfect pyramid. And then when he went to place the top block on the pyramid, a crackhead showed up and destroyed everything. Just toppled the whole pyramid over. Are you kidding me? I'd be pissed too. You know what? I love that for him, though. Crackhead showed up, ruined your entire plan that you had been working on for 4 years. I'd be pissed too. I'd be done. I'd be like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of it. SMH can't do this. So annoying. So not cool. Hate it here. You know? Great times. 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Beautiful time. It's so good. I like the entire fight that Luffy and Vivi have about, like, Vivi having this warped sense of, like, idealism that wasn't going to help anybody. Because she wasn't willing to say that, like, people are going to die and I can mitigate that, but I can't save everybody. She wasn't willing to say that, and Luffy was like, if anybody's going to die, it's going to be you. And she's like, what's fucking wrong with that? And he's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And you know what? He punched her, and I loved it. It was a great time. I loved them dearly. They were so good. I love this arc all around. It was very fun. 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. Mwah. Now we get to Jaya. And this has a lot of points going for it. It was fun. We finally get Robin on the crew, and I love Robin. I adore Robin so much. Dearly beloved. But also, this is the arc where we meet Blackbeard for the first time, and we see what he looks like. And I hate Blackbeard, so that's giving it negative points. And then additionally, also, this is where we see Don Quixote do Flamingo for the first time, who, as everybody knows, that is my favorite man to hate. So that gives it bonus points. So like they kind of even out to like a rounded B. Negative points because it has Blackbeard, positive points because it has Don Quixote do Flamingo, fucking Dofi, my little shit. I hate him with every fiber of my being, but also he is my skrunkly. And I'm just stuck with that knowledge. It's okay. Oh, all around, I liked the plot of like finding out about like Nolan's the liar. I loved that entire story. I like the fact that El Dorado got shot into the fucking sky, basically. Crazy. Fun things. I don't like Bellamy, though. He annoys me. He's annoying. I can't put up with him. He's a little fucking shit. And 0 out of 10. No. No. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to put up with you. But it is good. God, at this rate, nothing's going into D. I know what's going into D, actually. But I'm going to be so genuine, I don't know if any other arc is going in there. That'll be crazy. That'll be go great on Twitter. Thanks. Wonderful. Thanks. Okay. This is an arc that I will fight people to the death about. I'm sorry. It's a great arc. I'm so sorry. Skypiea, fucking, it's nearly a favorite. It's nearly a favorite for me. If it was more relevant to my favorite characters, I think it would be higher. That sounds crazy to say, but I absolutely loved Skypiea. I loved the plot. I loved the, like, themes of, like, colonization that was going on there. And just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Just, like, colonization and, being, like, overruled by a fucking god that can electrocute you at will because he has psychic powers and can hear you. Crazy. Also seeing Luffy go up against Enel when he has rubber physics, so Enel can't physically hurt him. Crazy. Also, I loved when Robin was reading the poneglyph and we find out that there's like a little tiny note off to the side with Roger's name on it, because Roger came to Skypiea and he read this. He saw this poneglyph. And this is the first instance, fun fact, that we hear about Goldie Roger. Birth of the shocked face meme, you know the one. Exactly. Wait, I want to show it. I want to show it. I'm gonna get it. He invented this face. He invented the face. Every single time you see this in your favorites, it's from him. It's an Enel meme. He created this. Also, fun fact, he's on the moon. I think that's my favorite fact. I love this fact. Anyways, speaking of Enel, something that I always think about is a lot of like the early villains became relevant later on after the time skip. Arlong got brought back up by Jinbei and Hody Jones and all that stuff. And then, like, Crocodile, he's relevant. He's with the Cross Guild right now. Mihawk is still relevant. He's also with the Cross Guild. Buggy is with the Cross Guild, and, like, there's a lot of relevancy there. Wapol became relevant again. Pisses me the fuck off, but he did. And to me, it feels like the last missing piece of, like, early One Piece villains that haven't became relevant again to the story is Enel. And that feels, I don't know if intentional, if not something that, like, I'm waiting for happening. I'm waiting for Enel to become relevant again. somehow. Maybe they go to the moon. But, like, something in my brain is like, Anel's the last one. So I'm waiting for him to come back somehow. Which, I don't know. Who knows? Either way. I love Skypiea because of, like... And I think this goes for a lot of the, like... manga arcs that I absolutely adore so much. Is their relevancy to this day to the story. And I don't think anything has the kind of relevancy that fucking Skypiea still has. I need you guys to know, this is the arc where we first heard the drums of liberation. This was our first hint at Nika. That shit's crazy. I got my first doomed yaoi from Skypiea arc. Like, so much. It was so good. I loved it so much. And people always shit on it. They're like, you can skip Skypiea. And they're like, what do you mean? If we're gonna skip anything, it's gonna be Long Ring, Long Land. Because I fucking hate this one. I hate it so much. I hate the Foxy Pirates. I understand the, like, relevancy with, like, the Davy back fights possibly becoming something that's going to happen endgame. I get it. I understand. I still hate this arc. Yes, this is where we meet Aki Inu. Yes, this is the first hint we get about Robin's backstory. I don't care. It was so annoying. I didn't care about the Davy back fight. Afro Luffy, kind of funny, but, like, I didn't care. I hated Foxy. I hated Foxy so much. Holy shit. I don't like Long Ring, Long Land. It is, in fact, an arc I will skip. I don't care. I'll do it. Maybe I'll get shot in a, like, Applebee's parking lot or something. But I don't care. I will continue to hate Long Ring, Long Land. I hope I'm not the only one. I don't know if people actually like this arc. Because there are really cool story relevancy there. Like the Davy back fights. And, Aokiji. I can't speak. Aokiji, we meet Aokiji, and we find out about, like, we get the first taste of Robin's backstory through this arc. Does that mean I like this arc? Absolutely the fuck not. I hate it. With a passion. Water 7. Water 7. This one frustrated me. This arc made me have so much frustration with Usopp. And I wanted to kill Usopp. I was like, my blood was boiling. But, like, I had to, like, sit back and be like, I gotta remember, this is a 17-year-old boy who is having a crisis. I need to calm down. And I calmed down. And I was like, okay. Besides that, I also just hated his fight with Luffy. I wanted to fucking cry. Is it one of my favorites? No, I'd put it in, like, A. Really, really good. It got good. I liked it. Robin's missing. Everything's going wrong. We gotta sell the ship. Our money got fucking stolen. Everything went to hell. Everything went to hell. And you know what? I love that for them. But it's not as good as Enies Lobby, which I would put in S tier. Like, everybody remembers the I want to live moment. Everybody remembers that. I remember that. I adored that. And I will stand by that. That was so good. I liked all the fights. I liked Luffy's fight against Lucci, especially. I think that was the first time that I actually, like, liked a fight scene. That sounds crazy. It took all the way to Enies Lobby to me liking a fight scene in an action manga. We're gonna ignore that. I don't like action. And it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm having a horrible time. Anyways. Enies Lobby. It was so good. I really liked it. I like seeing everybody's fights. I like to see Nami kick the shit out of Khalifa. Get her, bitch. It was fun. It was fun. Also, they try to implement like a power system with the CP9 members. And to this day, I don't know if that dude was just bullshitting the numbers or not. Like, in my brain, he was 100% bullshitting it. None of those numbers were relevant. He made them up on the spot with, like, the people that he liked the most. That is my belief. He made the numbers up. Post Enies Lobby, I really liked. I like seeing everybody's bounty posters for the first time. That was so fun. That was so good. I loved meeting the Sunny. Oh, meeting the Sunny. Oh, meeting the Sunny. You know what? I think I'd put that there. That sounds good. But anyways, meeting the Sunny. The entire chase sequence of getting Frankie's underwear, his fucking Speedo, all the way to the port where the Sunny was, and then Robin crushing his balls to get him on the ship. Funniest shit in the entire world. Loved that. I was cackling reading that. It was so good. So funny. I had a great time. 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good. So good. So cool. So cool. So cool. Okay. This one might be mildly controversial. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put that there because I have a placement for Thriller Bark, which is in fact B tier, which feels sacrilegious, almost. I'm so sorry. I had a lot I liked about this arc. I loved meeting Brooke. I loved finding out Brooke's backstory and the way it ties into Laboon, because I adore Laboon. I love so much in this arc. I love meeting Lola, and I loved meeting Perona. I loved Perona's devil fruit. I hated Absalon, though. The entire sequence of Absalon and Nami and him groping Robin, I did not care for any of that. Why the fuck? Sindri's entire backstory is so fucked up. I didn't like it. I don't like Gecko Moria. We get backstory later about, like, where Gecko Moria comes from. I still don't like him. I don't like him. I don't appreciate him. He's boring to me. I don't care. It felt a little lackluster. Everybody always hypes it up because of the nothing happened scene. And, like, we meet Kuma. And I get it. But also, I don't give a shit. That sounds mean. That's mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's just so many more arcs that I prefer over Thriller Bark. It felt boring in a weird way. So much happened, and yet I felt like nothing happened. It was a weird experience. But we are to my second favorite arc. Actually, I would say, is it my favorite? Let me look at all of them. Yeah, actually, this might be my second favorite arc. Sabaody. Sabaody, Sabaody, Sabaody. This arc was beautiful and amazing, and I loved meeting all of the 11 supernovas. I loved all of them. I was so hyped. I saw Law for the first time. I saw Trafalgar Law from across the hall. We locked eyes, and I knew in that moment, this man in the fuck-ass hat will be my favorite. And I stuck to that. All these years later, all these decades later. I don't know how long it's been. I don't pay attention. but man, the minute I met Law, and then I saw his devil fruit, and I was like, oh, take me now. And then I saw he had a polar bear on his crew, and I was like, oh my god, this is the crew I want to follow. Why can't we follow them? Oh, and meeting Kid, that was really fun. And finding out Luffy's not the one out of the 11 supernovas with the highest bounty. It's fucking Kid. Crazy. Insane. But at that point, I'm pretty sure they were trying to deflate Luffy's bounty. They were trying to lowball him. Because he was doing too much. You know? You gotta lowball some people. Because then you'd be like, they're gonna get a fucking ego. These freaks. Anyways. Oh, I need to calm down. Oh. Great time. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Great time. But, God, I love Sabaody. I love seeing Luffy punch the shit out of a celestial dragon. I loved meeting Silver's Rayleigh and his wife Shaki. I can't take them both, but God, I would try. I loved it so much. I loved meeting all the characters. I loved the plot. I was horrified when they all got separated by Kuma. That, I think, was one of, like, the scariest moments that I've read in this manga, was that moment. I was like, I'm going to fucking have a breakdown. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And back in the day when we were reading this live, and we had to wait a whole week afterwards, it might have been longer. I don't remember. I think for me, it was especially longer because I couldn't access the next chapter for a hot second for some reason. I don't remember why. I just remember it felt like a decade that I had to wait to find out what the hell was going on after they all got separated. It scared the shit out of me. But anyways, that leads us directly into Amazon Lily. And if you know anything about me, I love Boa Hancock. I love her. I adore her with every fiber of my being. God, I love her. And I love her sisters too. Their entire backstory made me absolutely sob. I want to hold them gently. I loved Amazon Lily. I loved the Kuja Pirates. I loved seeing, like, the way Oda drew so many different, like, women, because at that point he hadn't drawn a whole lot of women, and like then we got a whole island of them, and I was like, god damn, I'm eating good, I'm doing great. I loved it here. Great time. I loved Amazon Lily. It was really fun. Marguerite, I loved Marguerite. I loved the fight with Luffy and the sisters, especially the way that he fucking tied their tails into a bow and then held up 2 peace signs. That was fucking hilarious. And then the way that Luffy immediately dropped everything to cover Sandersonia's back when it got exposed during the fight. He dropped everything. He didn't care if he lost. In that moment, he's like, that's not part of this fight. You didn't want anybody to see that. And it was a great time. It was a great time. And God, seeing Boa, like, break down and, like, finally, like, talk to somebody else about, like, what happened to her and her sisters. So good. So good. I will stand by this, too. People can fight me about this. Boa Hancock, my beloved. She's mine. She's my, ace queen, and I will fight people for her. I don't give a shit. Okay, anyways, I love this. Not one of my favorites, but, like, it was close. Impel Down, on the other hand. I liked it. I liked it. It was nothing, like, personally to me that, like, I would probably actively try to rewatch constantly over and over again. There are other arcs that I will constantly rewatch over and over again. I have all the Dressrosas. Once again, I have all those mangas. Every volume with Dressrosa I own because I love it so much. Leave me alone. I'm built like this. Anyways, it was okay. it really did feel like a preamble to the arc that was coming. You know, in my brain, I always put Impel Down and Marineford in the same arc because it felt like Impel Down should have just gone with Marineford. But like, I get it. It turned into a whole arc. I liked meeting Eva. I liked the new Kama Kingdom. God, give me all of my beauties, all of my babies. Love that shit. But God, I did in fact cry like a baby when we all thought Bon Clay died. When I thought Bon Clay died, I was going to lose my mind. But at this point, I need you guys to understand, at this point, Oda is famously known as being kind of a pussy about killing off characters. So like, I was ready to have a breakdown and I was like, would he actually kill a character? Would he actually do that? And then one arc later, we got Marineford, and I got that answer. And I don't think anybody can have Marineford anywhere else except in favorites. It doesn't feel like you can. You know what? I'm moving Jaya down here. That feels correct. Anyways, Marineford was so good! So many characters! We meet all the Whitebeards, we get to, like, have more time with Ace, and then we, like, lose our fucking mind because he's fucking dead! I wanted to cry! It hurt me so bad. It was painful. I couldn't do it. I could not. I was a mess. I was a mess for days after that shit. But honestly, not as bad as when Mary died during Enies Lobby / post Enies Lobby. That hurt more to me. Hi, Johnny! The spotless back on Whitebeard. That was so fucking peak. Holy shit, I did love that. I love that. It does get negative points because unfortunately we did have Blackbeard in this arc and we all know my opinion about Blackbeard. But we also have Law in this arc, so it gets bonus points because Law is my beloved baby girl. Law saving Luffy's life was probably one of the craziest things that have ever happened in this manga, and I'm not exaggerating. He just showed up and did that. To this day, he still swears up and down that it was just on a whim. I'm calling bullshit, but I'll let him think that it was just a whim. But like, God, I love Marineford. I don't know many people that can put it below S tier on a ranking of like arcs. Even in the anime, I think it was pretty good. I don't remember much because once again, I was a manga reader more than an anime watcher. But like, I feel like it was also really good in the anime. So, like, it was that good. Post-war was short and sweet, so like, I want to put that, like, also in favorites. But I think I'm just gonna put it in S tier for now, because it wasn't one of my favorites, but like, the 3D2Y, everybody's reaction to what happened, horrifying, traumatizing. Seeing where the 11 supernovas went to afterwards, like where they, like the ones that went to the New World, all that shit, really cool, really fun to me. I appreciated it. I liked the post-war arc, seeing where everybody's going, seeing the Straw Hats get the message of the 3D2Y. So good. Oh, and something that's ingrained in my brain to this day, it's like one of my favorite scenes in the manga, I'm not even joking, is that moment, like the very second Zoro understood what the message said in the newspaper. Him bowing on the ground, head to the floor, and asking Mihawk to train him. That's like burned into my mind every single time I think about post Marineford. Is that moment of like Zoro really would do that for Luffy in a heartbeat. He did not hesitate. The second he knew, he's like, okay. He dropped everything. It was a moment like I just can't stop Time to step up. God, it was so good. I loved it. I loved it so much. Everyone's reaction, though, really made me emotional. I loved it so much. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for post-war. But I kind of put it only in this, because it wasn't one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites, though. Next up is a favorite. And it's Return to Sabaody. I really liked Return to Sabaody. I really liked it. I loved seeing it. I loved the fake Straw Hats that made me laugh so hard. I felt like I was going to like bust a fucking rib cage the way that I was laughing. I liked seeing how everybody got back. Everybody doing it. Still at work. You know what? That's understandable. 07. We understand. It's okay. We get it. God, it was so good. I really appreciated this. I felt in my heart of hearts, this was the moment that I was going to love this anime. All of these arcs later, this is when I started loving the anime. Oh no, but like, I really liked it. It was really fun seeing everybody finally reunite. And I'm going to be so for real. This is also my favorite, in part because it has my favorite opening song. Not my favorite opening, my favorite opening song. We Go is so fucking catchy. It's so fun. It's not my favorite one. My favorite one is the, it's by Roots. Oh, One Day. The song is One Day. I think it's either 13 or 14. I don't remember which number it is for the opening. It's One Day. It's the One Piece One Day opening by Roots. Or by Rootless. That's the name. But God, that one's good. But this has one of my favorite openings. It's my favorite opening song, at least. Definitely. It's so good. I like this one a lot. Fishman Island. I can't keep putting things in S. You know what? Okay, we're gonna rearrange real quick. I'll put Water 7 there, and I'll put these down here. There we go. Yeah, I think this is okay. Feels a little bit more. I still adore these ones, but like, I have so many in S, I can't keep putting things in S. Fishman Island is going in S, though. Or A. Let's go A. A. It's a really good one. People shit on it all the time. But like, fight me? You can get fucked? The story of Otahime is like one of my favorite like backstories we get in this entire fucking manga. I adore her. She was great and she died so fucking soon. Right on the cusp of finally like achieving Fishman Island's dreams. And like, the way that it's like posed and the entire like subplot and like just plot of like the racism and like systematic oppression that like fishmen and merfolk in general had been facing for God knows how long. Crazy. It was so good to see. And once again, this is where we get the reveal that Jinbei is the reason Arlong was out of prison and went to the East Blue. And finding out that it was Jinbei's fault, and then like Nami finding out about this, crazy. It hurt my heart, but I loved to see it. I loved so much to do with this. It was so good. Once again, I can't put it higher, I think, because in general, it did kind of have like a lackluster fight, but like that makes sense. They were fighting pre-time skip villains, post-time skip. That was the vibes. They were showing that these fuckers were now in a league that they were not in before. They have gotten exponentially stronger. This is what that arc was showing. That, like, they are still their group. They are still that bitch. But, like, it was a little bit of a lackluster fight. And Charlie, I'm gonna be real, pissed me off. Most people like the goth mommy shark. Wait, do you know Char? I'm gonna show Charlie. Goth mommy shark. Everybody loved the goth mommy shark. And like, I get it. These two, God. Everybody loved the goth mommy shark. And like, I get it. I understand. She pissed me off. You, wait. Do not interpret your predictions in only a single way, okay? I feel like that should be like just common sense. Oh yes, you see in your crystal ball Luffy standing there while Fishman Island is on fire. That could mean fucking anything. This felt like the same thing that happened with I'm gonna sound so insane. Leaf Paw in the second series of Warrior Cats. This is what it felt like. Like, I don't know. It sounds crazy. Because, okay, Leafpool saw a, like, in one of her visions sent by Starkland, she saw a, tiger dancing in fire. And she interpreted that correctly as Squirrelpaw and Brambleclaw. She's like, okay. But she, like, convinced herself that it was a bad thing when StarClan was just showing her that they were meant to go together to, midnight. They were supposed to go together to midnight. Like, StarClan was just reassuring her that they were going to go together and it was the correct path. But, like, she told this to Firestar, and then Firestar and Leafpool kind of, like, went worst case scenario and was like, no, this is a bad thing. This is a bad thing. We gotta keep them separated, which made everything exponentially worse. Which, you know what? That was, like, the same vibes as Charlie. Just seeing this vision and then immediately jumping to conclusions. And I was like, I'm gonna kill you. It pissed me off. I was frustrated. I get frustrated easily. We're back to controversial opinions. Most people don't like Punk Hazard. Not really hate it, but like most people don't like Punk Hazard. Why? Because it's a little bit stupid. And most people really don't like Caesar Clown. And generally it feels like it could have been skippable. Problem, it has Law. It has my baby girl Law, and for that reason it is an S tier. This is for me and me alone, and I loved Law. I adore Law. We get him in here. We're starting to get hints to his backstory. We find out that he wants to team up with the Straw Hats, which me guarantees that he will be with us for at least the next 2 arcs. You team up with Luffy, and I'm getting the vibe of I'm going to be with you at least 2 more arcs after this. And I'm okay with that. I got him for, count it, 1, 2, 3 arcs afterwards. So, like, you know what? I won. Great time. Happy anniversary to all of us that we still don't know where the fuck Law and Beppo are. But that's beside the point. Anyway. I love this arc. I thought it was really fun. I like seeing, like, the entire subplot with, like, Smile Fruits. That was fucked up and evil. Meeting Momonosuke for the first time and all the samurai characters. I liked meeting them. I thought that was really fun. And it was like, oh, okay, we know where the plot's going now. I know where the plot's going. We know what's happening. We know what's probably going to be happening for the next, like, 3 or 4 arcs. Perfect. Excellent. Wonderful. Good shit. Great times. I will have a great time. Nobody else will. Oh, okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. It's a great time. I liked Punk Hazard. People can fight me about that. I loved Punk Hazard. It was a good arc for me. I love seeing Tashigi also call out Zoro's bullshit. Of like, okay, Zoro has this whole entire thing of like claiming he's not sexist. But he has an internal bias of not killing female opponents, which, whether intentional or not, reads as he doesn't think they're worth it. Like, he doesn't do a finisher on a female opponent. He just won't do it. And, like, Tashigi calls him the fuck out about that, because Monet nearly gets a back hit on him because he didn't check if she was actually downed. And Tashigi took him out, and, like, you know what? That was one of my favorite things in the entire world. I love the body swap also in Punk Hazard. That was really fun. I loved seeing Tashigi and Smoker body swapped. It was hilarious, especially the way Tashigi was like, please, please, I am begging you, button my shirt. My tits are full out right now, sir. I am begging you, put my shirt back on. It was hilarious. I loved that shit. I love Tashigi as well. Like, I'm very biased. I adore Tashigi. I love it. But now, okay, we're gonna get to probably, potentially, possibly my most controversial opinion, and that is the fact that Dressrosa is like my top tier favorite arc of all time. I adore Dressrosa with every fiber of my being. We get Law's backstory, we get Doflamingo's backstory, we meet Corazon, we get some really phenomenal fights. I'm going to be real. We get Gear 4th for the first time technically during this. It's good to me. It's, in my personal opinion, great. We find out Sabo's alive during this. We get Sabo eating the Flare fruit and inheriting Ace's will. Shit hits like a freight train. I will fight people about that. I loved Dressrosa. This was a good arc. I will fight people about that. I get it. I get it. You watched the anime, and the anime had dumb-ass pacing for Dressrosa. I get it. We've all heard it. I've heard it a million times. It had bad pacing. Dressrosa is a good arc. Just read the manga. I'm begging people to give my favorite arc a chance. Because I get it. I get it. It's nails on a chalkboard at some points in the anime. Because it goes on for God knows how long. But it's so good. It's so good. I love Viola. I love Rebecca. I'm begging everybody to put Rebecca in better armor. What is up with her armor? I need to show you guys. Okay. The Conqueror Clash in the Coliseum between Luffy and that one guy. Chinjao! That was his name. I love that. Look at this armor. That's insane. This is stupid. Insane armor. Insane. I love her so dearly. Look at her. Look at my baby girl. And, like, look at all the princesses. Shirahoshi, Rebecca, and Vivi all meeting. That was the best shit ever. Look at them. I love them. It's historically accurate. Historically accurate, but also, she's fucking 16. I think, source, it came to me in a dream. God, I need people to remember Rebecca is 16, because for some, I feel like it gets, like, forgotten constantly. Shirahoshi is also 16. She's fucking massive, but she's 16. Rebecca is 16. Vivi is 18. I don't know why Luffy always saves princesses when they are 16 years old, because Vivi was also 16 when he helped save her country. Why does it always happen at 16? The only princess I think that we've gotten that wasn't 16 was Viola. Which, okay, wait, I need to show you. I wish I had a comparison. I'm sorry, they fucked up Viola's forehead in the anime. They fucked up her forehead. Like, she's so much prettier in the manga. I will stand by that. They reflect my worldviews, but one thing to keep in mind is that despite the world's government's wishes, the pirate world is a lawless land. It is lawless, but it's just so funny to me that every princess we meet was 16. It keeps happening. Except for Viola. She is a princess. She is the second daughter of King Riku, and she's the current heir to the throne because Rebecca went with her father. But God, she was so much prettier in the manga. When I saw her in the anime, I was like, what did they do to her forehead? What did they do? I like this outfit better. The polka dots just didn't do it for me. I adore her. She's great. 10 out of 10. I loved Viola. God, she was so nice. She was so sweet. Also, I love the fact that she 100% would have gotten with Sanji if Sanji had any clue that this woman was, like, crushing on her. Sanji, you fumbled a baddie. Sanji, you continue fumbling baddies. People find you attractive, and you keep not noticing. Sanji, please. Anyways, great time. I loved this arc. It was so good. And I will fight people for that. I will fight tooth and nail for the Dressrosa arc. It is so good. Anyways, next we go to Zoe. I'm gonna be real. I barely remember anything that happened in Zoe. It, once again, was one of those arcs that for me, for some reason, just felt like a transition into the next arc. It felt less like an arc than, like, a mini arc. For that reason, I will be putting it in B. It was really cool meeting minks, seeing them as a species, seeing, like, their powers, meeting Pedro, meeting Wanda, meeting Carrot. I loved them. I love them all dearly. And then the plot twist of finding out that Sanji got kidnapped, holy shit. Goddamn. That hit like a freight train. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. And then everything happened. But, like, it just felt like a preamble to Whole Cake Island, which I wasn't really excited for. I'm gonna be real. I didn't exactly care about Whole Cake Island. Like, I wanted Sanji back. Like, do we need a whole arc for it? And then I found out we get to beat the shit out of Big Mom, possibly, potentially. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then we met Katakuri. And for that reason, no matter how much I didn't really care for it, where it would be like kind of a B or a C, it has Katakuri. And he's great. I adore him with every fiber of my being. So he has to be higher. Oh, he's great. He's great. I love Katakuri. Wait, I'm gonna put Katakuri. So you guys can see my favorite boy. God damn, that's a good art. Anyways, yes, I love Katakuri. He's so cool. And the kind of just, like, pure, unadulterated, like, respect he and Luffy had for each other was, like, one of my favorite things in the entire world. I adored that so much. Oh, no, my music stopped. There we go. Anyways, it was great. To the point of, like, when he found out his sister interfered with the fight, and that, when he finally got a hit on Luffy, it wasn't through his own merit, it's because Flampe fucking rigged the fight. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? And then stabbed himself to make it even. That shit slaps. I love these guys. I love him so much. And his favorite food's donuts. I love him. Also, fun fact, he's 48. I don't know why that never occurred to me that he's an old man. But anyways, I loved Whole Cake Island. It was so good. It was so good. So good. And then we get to the reverie. I do love my old men. I wouldn't call that an old man. That's a middle-aged man. There's a difference. Old men is when I like Stan Pines and he's 60 years old. Katakuri is only 48. We don't call him an old man yet. He's got at least 5 more years before that. He has to be eligible for AARP, which you have to be eligible at 55. He is old, but he's not an old man. There's a difference. You gotta understand the intricacies of my brain. It's okay. Anyways, the Reverie has a lot going for it. I get Sabo again. I get Cobra. Love that shit. ARP, listen. Okay. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, the AARP commercials, where they talked about if you were 55 and older. That is what I stand by for what old man age is. It's 55. I don't know if anybody else remembers those commercials, but I remember those commercials. I gotta take a drink. We're moving on. Reverie. It has a lot going for it. I get Shirahoshi, Vivi, and Rebecca meeting. I love that. I adore that. Shirahoshi did almost get kidnapped and turned into a slave, though. So that's negative points. We meet Emu for the first time. We see Emu. Absolutely horrifying, terrifying. I'm scared. Somebody come help me. But we also, unfortunately, get Wapol. Like, I can't do that. Fuck that. I don't like Wapol. I will kill him. I hate him so much. He's so annoying. And somehow he became relevant through this. It does have the abolishment of the Seven Warlord system, which does cause a lot of delicious drama and things to happen, including the Cross Guild being formed, which is hilarious, objectively. But I don't know. It's too short for me to put it higher, I think. If it was like a longer arc, instead of being like an arc we get like snippets of in between Wano, I think I'd like it more. But it's too short of an arc for me. But I did like it. I did like it a lot. Even if I had to put up with Wapol being canon. And Cobra died. Like, I gotta give it negative points because my main man died! What the hell? We did see Emu. That was horrifying. That was terrifying. But it's happening at the same time as Wano. And I know Wano is famous in the anime for being the longest arc. And being so incredibly, like, paced. It's phenomenal. It's insane the way it was paced. But I was a manga reader, so I don't have to deal with that. You guys can do that. You do you, I will do me. Wano, though, I think I can, like, comfortably say S tier. It wasn't one of my favorites. Like, I think I have all of my favorites already up here. It was really good. Once again, Gear 5. I'm not going to go into more detail. Gear 5. That's all you need to know. Good shit. I loved meeting Yamato. I loved finding out about his past with Ace. That shit hurts. Once again, Ace is still constantly haunting the narrative. I loved Law and Kid's fight against Big Mom. I love Luffy's fight with Kaido. That's his name, Kaido. I loved Zoro's fight with King. I loved Sanji's fight with Queen. And holy shit, I loved Robin's fight with Black Maria. That slapped. Like, and seeing Robin's new form, oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. Okay. If I look this up, just know it is spoilers. This shit was horrifying. This shit went so hard. It was so cool. This was so cool. And for that, it does go in S tier. I can't put it in favorites because it's not one of my favorites. I have my favorites, but it was definitely up there. Oh my god. It was good. I loved it. I adored it. It was so good. Anyways, we have our final arc. The last arc. The last melon. Which is Egghead arc. Egghead Island is another one of those that, like, I love for a specific reason, but at the same time, I also kind of didn't give a shit. Which sounds insane. So much happened in this arc. We got Bonnie's backstory, which tied into Kuma's backstory, and we find out Kuma is basically essentially the best dad in One Piece. That shit hurts. We find out about Vegapunk and his backstory. We meet all of the Vegapunks, which was really cool. Big plot twist. We get to see the 5 elders touch down in Egghead. Horrifying. Terrifying. That shit was scary. We get the giant pirate ex machina happening. 10 out of 10. So much happened. We found out that the One Piece islands used to be continents. Crazy. I don't know if anybody else realizes how crazy that is. And I've been saying that for so fucking long. I'm gonna be real, that was one of the conspiracy theories that I've had, and I was very vindicated to find out I am correct. I started suspecting that I was right when we were in Wano, and we found out that there was the original Wano country in the ocean, and I was like, okay, I was right, wasn't I? And then we got to Egghead, and I was like, I was right! But you know what, that reason, I think it goes in S. Because I was vindicated in my theory about the islands actually being, like, sunken continents. That was very good. I was very proud of myself. We found out about that. Everything was crazy. I was having a great time. I was losing my mind. We get Gear 5 Part 2. That was very cool. But besides that, I didn't really care for any of the fights in this. I'm gonna be real. There was so much cool interest. You know what? For that, I think it has to go in S or in A. I think it has to go in A because, like, besides like all of the plot twists and information that we find out, I don't think I gave a shit about any of the actual fights that happened during Egghead Island. Which sounds crazy. I don't think I cared for any of them. I'm pretty sure I skipped them. I'm a bad reader. It was really fun seeing when we got that shot of all the Straw Hats standing over York when she's like crying for the world government to come save her. Well, she's a pussy ass. Fun stuff. Great time. 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. But that's all of them. Oh my god. We did it. I'm gonna download image. No thanks. I already have an account somewhere. Yeah, we did it! I've done all the arcs! This is crazy. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. Oh, I didn't realize there were this many arcs during this. There's so many. And I have 5 favorites. This, I think, is going to be the hottest take for everybody, is Dressrosa being so high. Because genuinely, I'm trying to keep these in, like, chronological order of when they happen, but, like, if I could, Dressrosa would be all the way at the front. Dressrosa is my favorite arc, and I will stand by that. But I know most people kind of hate it and say it's the worst arc in the anime. But I'm a manga reader, so I don't give a shit about their opinion. Oh my goodness, that was great. We clap now. We all clap. Clappity clap clap. We cheer. Start singing. And then I gotta find somebody to read. Damn. I kind of yapped. I was yapping. But like, God, there's so many good arcs. I can talk about how much I love Dressrosa until like I'm hoarse. That shit slaps. Same with like Sabaody and Return to Sabaody. I absolutely adore those. I just like Sabaody as an island, I think. Also, if you've never watched the story Fan Letter, I highly recommend that. Because that also adds, like, an entirely new perspective on the return to Sabaody arc that I think is, like, really good. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. 10 out of 10 chef kiss. Mwah. Okay, but I gotta find somebody to raid now. Wait, I think Oni's live. Oni Kane, Oni Kane, Oni Kane. Ooh. Oh, he's playing Portal 2. Wait, let's read. Okay, I think I spelled that right. Yay, I did it. Okay, you guys know the rules. Be good, be nice and kind. If you're not good and nice and kind, I'll hear about like an angry teacher, a bad sub report. Nobody wants that, okay? Be decent human beings or I will kill you. Raid! Raid Shadow Legends. That today's sponsor. Not really. I refuse to take a sponsor for them, even if I keep getting asked. Anyways, I love you guys. Stay safe. Be good. Be kind. Don't be idiots. I love you guys. Good night. Ending screen. I don't know what I'm going to do for Fuck Ass Friday, but I will see you guys for Fuck Ass Friday. We are doing a Fuck Ass Friday. Something will happen. So I love you guys. Heck yeah.